application solution. So I will be showing you the components, the typical application, and the function list of OM8000. So here, you can see here we have the core device. Oh, this is our OM8000 that supports 10,000 users. And we have the small and medium IPPBX. So you can also integrate this and deploy from 20 up to 1,000 users. And we have also the terminal user. You can use that. Anyway, you can also use a cell phone, register to our OM8000. And of course, you can use the analog gateway, the trunking gateway, and our enterprise SBC. With regards to business applications, as I think most of you here already knew, we have our Newlink. And of course, we have a recording agent. And with regards, we have a recording management system. And for hotel application, we have the PMSI middleware. So with regards to management system, we have our UMS, of course. You can also use our UMS to manage the deployment with the other small devices, IPPBX, and the gateway, as well as our user terminal. So yeah, it's very manageable with regards to manageability of our devices. It's very easy, and of course it can also work not just only for UMS, of course, with the third party TR069 and SNMP, other SNMP management systems. Okay, so I just show you here a typical application. This is a single point centralized development. So it's a flexible deployment and very easy to maintain. So it's connected to IMS. And of course, this is integrated with our application software, the UMS, the RMS, and we have the new link. And this is connected with our digital trunking gateway. So with this application, it's less than 8,000 users and have a centralized deployment. The technical room deploys our OM8000, and the business server, of course, we have the terminals registered to. These are the terminals. Again, you can also register those third-party cell phone applications, of course, as all the other IP phones brand. So you can also register that for OM8000. And with regards to the external lines, you can use the PSTN for the ISDN trunking gateway. And and again, this is modular, as I've said. You can extend the applications from starts from 1,250 up to the 10,000 applications. And here, this is an example of a multi-point centralized deployment, sorry. And here, this is for enterprises with a large capacity that usually it requires branches. So there are several branches here that on the other side, branches in Shanghai, branches in Indonesia, and some other branches located in Asia. So this is a typical application that very flexible deployment and easy of maintenance. So in the headquarters, they deploy our OM8000 as well as the trunking gateway, and of course the here the new link and the server for the RMS, and of course for the UMS. So here again, we support also mobile application. You can use our new link as well. So that is very good applications with regards to a centralized deployment application. Yeah, I just show you these are the value-added services that we provide. We have the call recording, call conference, API connection. Of course, we have that for call center system, dispatching system, and of course for the hotel management system. This is customized per project with regards to the AI smartphone interaction. We do support that for our value-added services. And here are the basic voice services that we support as just like our all other OM IP PBX series, we have these functions from ringback tone, call pick up to the call waiting, permissions, call billing, and we have the internal call. So we do provide this in our OM 8000 as well as for our IP PBX series. Okay, so here we are gonna show you the basic functional configuration. So basically it is divided into three parts: the basic configuration, how to get the log, and of course how to back up the data and restore it to factory default settings. So again, when we log into our OM 8000, that is using our default IP 10.20.2.240 with the default password of admin, use our Google Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. So you can select user as admin. Again, we have two authority levels. You can use an administrator or an operator. So if you are an admin, you can make changes to any configurations. And of course, if you're an operator, you're only allowed to browse the configuration pages of the OM 8000. So enter the default password, that is admin, and you can change that after you log into the OM 8000, and input the CAPTCHA and click to sign in. So I would say this configuring OM 8000 is very easy. Why? Because we have a so-called configuration wizard. So it will help you guide the configuration process. And there's an option for you also to skip. So however, that is more easier for you to configure is, of course, you need to verify the hardware. So once you receive the OM 8000, you need to validate the hardware. So in this page, it will inquire you about the current hardware configuration. So you need to validate that it matches the actual setup. So if not, you need to verify the line configuration. So once you go to the configuration wizard, and yeah, it will load. This page will load. After that, you're asked some prompt up messages. So say for example, this one, the current hardware configuration is a single machine, dual power supply. Is it right? So you have to simply press that. Then after that, you will be asked the IP card. So you need to just click yes, then proceed to the next step. This is the step one. Then in step two is about the network configuration. So here in this page, it's used to configure the device IP, the subnet mask, the default gateway, the main DNS. So if you have dual machine, you can also configure that here. And of course, you can also do the master configuration of the main device. So say for example, in the first machine is 126 or 192.168.110.126. The second chassis or second machine is 192.168.110.127. So the main device that can access both the first machine and the second machine, you can use the 192.168.110.128 for the IP address. That you can access both of the single and dual machine. So you can press next step. Yeah. So this is this is what I have mentioned a while ago, that the external IP address of the whole machine, the address of the dual machine device is whole. No? So we can set that to 127. If you select for first machine is 126, the second machine is 127, and for the whole machine, you can select that to 128. Okay, so the next step is to set the IP extension. So here in this page, you can configure the IP extension of the device. As I've said, you can, these are the required list here. Enter the initial number, then how many lot size. So here you can add up to 1,000 at a time. So Again, you can skip or you can proceed to next. So that is your option, because if you skip, later on you can also do the configuration manually. So you can also go to this page, but not on the configuration page, but on the IP extension page. So yeah, you can proceed to next. This is, again, this is for initial configuration, right? So this is a guide for you, and it's more easier for your configuration. This is for the external line. So of the device, you can configure here the required account, initial account, the number of concurrent calls, and the latch size. So you can add up that. So again, for the OM 8000, so one card can have up to 1250 IP extensions and IP trap. So you can press that skip. Say for example, this one I did not input, so I press skip. So if you press next step, you are required to input these three fields here. So you can press skip here, then go to the next configuration step. It will define you to configure the outward call roles. For one, for the external call dialing, so you can do a direct dial or prefix, and you can also the route selection method. So anyway, if you're familiar already with configuring our OM, it's the smaller devices, just the same configuration. So only the menu are new for us. Okay, so after that, you go to the configuration complete page. So this is to complete the initial configuration of the device, because after you click this one, or you click determine, that is to submit. So you can also do some modification. So this is what we do in the previous configurations, that it defines the network, yeah, IP addresses, and the number of IP extensions. Since we only set the outgoing rule to direct dial, so we don't set the external line, so it doesn't reflect here. So after that, you can set determine, and now you're ready to use for your OM 8000. So one of the basic functions we have is we can do the condition monitoring. So condition of the device. So on the front panel, it displays the fan. Again, I have discussed this in the previous slide. The fan, the daughter cards, and this is the fan here. So it means the fan has some issues or not inserted. There's some problem, and the daughter card or the slot card. So once you click this one, you can see the version status for that one, right? You click this and you can see the versions information of your card. So basically the version information that you have used on your OM 8000. And the left part here is the user talk. As you can see, the extension, IP extension online is 500. And you can see the external online and the IP extension on the phone. So there are some status that you can see here. Also for the alarm center, that emphasize here what are the urgent alarms, or some important alarms, or the commonly used alarms. So you can also go to the alarm center. And here the safety center also emphasize here that there are some alarm class, and of course the configuration class. So there are some monitoring that is very helpful for you to debug or to resolve the issues on your device. Then extension status is to see the real-time display of the device extension, including the overall status and the status of each line. Here, we can see the statistics, right? This is the overall function for this extension status is to see the statistics in the number of extension or the offline number, and there are abnormal registrations and the number of concurrent calls. Also, you can define some filtering. So you can also set that login was successful or IP address authentication. And if you want to see those offline because of login failure or unregister or cancellation, you can also see here the status. So this is very helpful considering that you can monitor up to 10,000 extensions. So this is very helpful for the administrator. And we have the external line status. It's also a real-time display with regards to the external lines, including the overall status of each line. So for the, you can go to condition monitoring, then outside status, and you can see this statistics of the successful registration, the failed registrations, and in calls that are counted here. So you can see here the statuses. Yeah. The last part here for the condition monitoring is the system status. So this is the usage of the device with regards to the runtime. It will tell you how many days, how many hours it has been on online, and it show you the number of usage percentage for the CPU, for the RAM, of course, for the storage. And with regards to the network, you can also see the status, what IP has it is been used, and what's the status of the temperature. So you can see here, because it is not used, of course, it's 0 or negative degrees Celsius. And for the second chassis, it's because it's in the work operating conditions, it's in the 41 degrees Celsius. So we have also here the power status, and yeah, these two here is still not this one, the last part is not been in service. And here the fan, as you can see, fan here is not there are some fault. So you can determine, oh, that's why my chassis tool is hot because of the fan is not working at all. So you can see the cause, and it will really help to reduce the temperature on the chassis too. So that is the system status monitoring. And yeah, so once you have done with the initial configuration, you can also add an IP extension. You can go to extension settings, IP extension, and do the configurations here. So again, an IP phone or any soft phone, so installed on the computer or mobile, can register the IP extension, right? So after you register to the OM or OM 8000. So you have to fill in this too. This is very important. And of course, select to determine. And you can also configure by using the extension table to import import this Excel format. So generally, it's because there are so many IP extension, it's more easier for us to add in batches. So you can download the template here. So go to extension settings, table import, then download the template. After you download the template, you can enter the required extensions, the password, and the authority level. Of course, you can fill in the other column here, and you can also the calling party number. So you can identify that, and after identify all of that on the template, you can import Excel template import. Then after you import that, it will be shown in this area here. So submit that, and you can already add the extension number on the OM 8000. So yeah, again, you can also do the modification in batches. Go to extension settings, batch modification, and you can see here the batch modifications, the extension number. You just simply select this one and do some configuration on the batch. You can define the department and also the DOD number as well. And of course, with regards to, yeah, you can set here, just select which extensions you can set, or you just select all. That's according to your usage. And of course, we have the global configurations. You can go to extension settings, global settings, and this is to set the extension, the registration port. And of course, you can, as I've said, it's more on, you can put the SBC server, and you can do the configurations with regards to the global settings here. Yeah, here is configuring the external number. Go to outside settings, zip outline. Then you can fill in. Of course, this account is on, you need to get this account from your VoIP carrier. So then you can configure that to in this configuration page. So it's very important that those information you from the provider, VoIP provider, you need to input here accordingly. Yeah. Again, you can also do the table import function. So because there are so many, you can generate up to 1,250 IPT trunk in one interface card. So you can also go here, outside settings, outline, table import. Then you can download the template, yeah, and fill in the required informations as you can see in the table below. Then after that, import the template. So with that functionality, it's more easier for you to configure our OM 8000. And of course, you can add and assign departments. So before that, you need to define the department group. So this is the extension settings department. So since the device is deployed in our main headquarters in Shanghai, so there are teams here written in Chinese for the department, and of course, this are related to team 11. Yeah, this team numbering. So you can define the number of the name of the department. After that, you can go to extension settings, IP extension, then define the which department these extensions belong to. Say for example, this extension 30,000 belongs to T11, as well the next extension 30,001 to T12, and so on and so forth. So we can also configure the hunt group for the extension. So this is the answering code group you can define here. So you can define the number of group in this page. So you can define the number of extensions. So once you define the group number, you can add the extension number with regards to the answering caller answering group. So again, the distribution mode, you can also do selection for that one, just like our OM IPPBX series. Okay, so with regards to lag management, so it is very important because you can also define, you can select the card selection. Just go to system maintenance, lag download. Then you can select the card from slot 1 to slot 8, and you can define the lag level in general. So you can define that, then click preservation. So generally, we can recommend to use lag 6. So after that, you can click to download the lags. Here, you can do the download. Of course, you can also do some search with regards to the date. When was it? So the time frame, the range of the date. You can select. You can set here and click to download. Okay, so yeah, it's very important also from time to time that you can have the data backup because there are so many configurations and you need to make sure that the backup has been really exported, right? So say for example, you want to export the backup configuration after the initial configuration or the pre-final configurations. So go to system maintenance configuration, management, then enable the network and voice file, then click export. After that, it will be added here, and You can also do some, you can check the date. When was it set the backup time? So you can recall that, then click to determine or to accept. So you can also import the configuration file. So you can have your own file for that, or own copy. So you can go to the system maintenance configuration maintenance page and import the configuration file from your PC. So that's one. So you can upload that one and try to see if it works or not. So basically, with regards to the configurations of our OM 8000, it's very manageable and very easy to configure. So because first we have the configuration wizard, and of course you can do the monitoring with GUI. So I think that's all for now, guys. And I'm very thankful that you have spent your time today. So again, I encourage each and every one of you to continue testing. And if not, try to purchase a trial device with us. And and our team will give our best effort to help you for regards to the testing. So again, thank you and good day, everyone.